Mark, it's you, Dave. Good to see you, sir. Yeah. It's done. Alex. Maddie wants us over there for something. I don't know. Look at there's a case. Any carried it.
I did actually try these three on eBay, but I searched and couldn't find a Medal of Honor, and then I go to I've got 12 kills. So if you know anyone who has one, I'd like to and then we just have some other
Good morning. Welcome to the Northwest Florida State College 50th Anniversary Kickoff Assembly and the dedication of the Doolittle Raiders exhibit. You're already standing, so we will present our colors by the Eggling Color Guard, and I would ask you to remain standing for the national anthem and the invocation this morning, delivered by the Reverend Mark Fitzhugh, son of Doolittle Raider Major William Fitzhugh, who was the co-pilot of Crew Number 2.
Let us pause this morning and remember those affected by terror, death in Boston, Afghanistan, Korea, and around the world. Gracious and ever-loving God, you blessed our dear country with 80 of the bravest men this world has ever known, the Doolittle Tokyo Raiders. And so this morning we pause to simply give you thanks for their lives and their devotion to freedom. Thank you for their courage, wisdom, and inspiring efforts to stand up against evil and oppression. Thank you for their willingness to volunteer to make America a more free and decent land. And just as you gave Jimmy Doolittle the vision to expand the horizons of aviation and technology, so guide and inspire all the students, faculty, and staff here at Northwest Florida State College. Finally, gracious God, we now lift to you our loved ones who have died. With confidence in the hope of the resurrection of your Son, Jesus Christ, our Savior, we now say goodbye and thank you. Off they go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Give them wings to ever soar as they enter your heavenly kingdom. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Thank you very much, Mark. My name is Brian Pennington, Chair of the Board of Trustees here at Northwest Florida State College. We are honored today to have so many distinguished guests with us as we celebrate the college's 50th anniversary and the dedication of the Doolittle Raiders Historical Exhibit. We welcome especially today Doolittle Raider crew members, Lieutenant Colonel Dick Cole, Lieutenant Colonel Edward Saylor, and Staff Sergeant David Thatcher, as well as their families, and I see Colonel Bud Day has joined us as well on the stage. We are honored to have you here this morning, gentlemen. Thank you. I also want to take a moment to thank the Greater Fort Walton Beach Chamber of Commerce for coordinating with the college so that our event today could host the Raiders as a companion event to the Chamber's hosting of the 71st Doolittle Raiders Farewell Reunion. Today, we are honoring lots of history. The history of this college, which is 50 years old this week, and the history of a brave band of airmen long ago who displayed the kinds of character traits such as self-sacrifice, leadership, innovation, and teamwork that we as a college here today try to instill in our students as they become the leaders of tomorrow. This assembly this morning kicks off the college's 50th anniversary. As chairman of the Board of Trustees, I and my fellow trustees, both those who were recently named by the governor to serve on this volunteer board and those who rotated off the board recently last month, say to you, along with all of our community, that we are so very proud of this college, its faculty, its staff, and especially our students and alumni. Earlier this year, the Board of Trustees passed a resolution that highlights the 50 years of service of the college in our community. I won't read the entire resolution because you'll find it in your program today, but I do want to read a few lines that will sum up what we are celebrating today as I present a framed commemorative copy of the resolution to the college. It says, therefore, be it resolved that Northwest Florida be commended for its stellar 50 years of service to provide educational opportunities from GEDs to bachelor's degrees to cultural enrichment to improve the lives of its students and the regional citizenry. We adopted this in February of this year, 2013. So now, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I would like to ask that our charter and first-year faculty, Lanny Heath, Louis Heckroth, and Bob Larson, please stand to be recognized as I make this presentation. I'd also like to ask that all of our current faculty and staff, retirees, students, and alumni, if you will stand with them as you are able. Will you stand? Dr. Handy. On behalf of all of those standing from Okaloosa Walton Junior College, Okaloosa Walton Community College, Okaloosa Walton College, and Northwest Florida State College, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, may I present this framed commemorative copy of the 50th anniversary resolution to the college in recognition of its outstanding 50 years of service. Thank you very much. You may be seated. We have some college coins that Dr. Handy is presenting to our first-year faculty right now. Thank you, gentlemen, for your service. I'd now like to invite the chairman of our 50th anniversary committee and Okaloosa Walton Junior College alumnus, Jeff McGinnis, to the podium. Jeff is an alumnus of the college who not only is serving as the chair of our 50th anniversary planning committee, but also served as our 25th anniversary planning committee chairman. So Jeff, we're counting on you being here in 25 years as we celebrate our 75th one, because we've got a lot of great things planned. So please, welcome.
Thank you, Brian. I'm honored to serve as a proud Raider and alumnus of the college, along with a great and dedicated 50th anniversary committee that's comprised of community members and college staff. I'd like to ask at this time that the members of our 50th anniversary committee that are here, if you'd please stand so that we can recognize you. At this time, please, if you're committee members, would you please join me in thanking them for their service? Thank you. This college was founded by the Florida legislature in 1963 as a public junior college, specifically designed to serve the citizens of Okaloosa and Walton counties. In these past 50 years, that is exactly what this college has done. And through that service, we've touched the lives of more than 350,000 students in various credit and non-credit programs. More than 35,000 students have earned degrees or certificates from the college, and countless other students have received a great start here before they transferred to another college or university to complete their degree. In these 50 years, the college has truly lived up to the first line in its mission statement: Northwest Florida State College improves lives. Our 50th committee chose the theme, Continuing the Vision. This captures, we believe, the essence of what this college has done and will continue to do as we move to our next milestone. Continuing to improve lives of all we serve with everything from adult education, literacy programs, personal enrichment classes, professional skills, and corporate training programs, and of course, the core mission of the college, the bachelor's and associate degree programs and career certificates. To commemorate the start of this wonderful anniversary year, I'm pleased to announce the winner of our 50th anniversary poster contest, Deb Chilcott. Deb is traveling today and couldn't be with us, but she's a student in our primetime continuing education program. That was especially wonderful that the winner that we found out after, of course, the selection was made was one of the students here at the college. To represent the 50th anniversary, I would like now to present her wonderful original watercolor to the college for its permanent collection. I would like to ask Dr. Handy and Mr. Pennington if they would please step forward and join me at the poster and accept this on behalf of the entire 50th anniversary committee.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, Brian. 50 years as a great college is a wonderful achievement, but I'm humbled today for the presence of the heroes that we have who 71 years ago did something quite amazing. Brian and I were looking out through the windows up here earlier, and we noticed the scoreboard was on, and it took us a moment to figure out, why is the scoreboard on? And my heart sank at first because it looked like we were losing 18-4. Which just doesn't happen in this arena, I've found. But that's not what it means. April 18th, 1942, signature day in the history of World War II, rallying day for America, and a day that will live on forever as one of the most important occasions for the United States of America. And I'm so pleased and so proud to have you here today. And so now we move to the dedication of the Raiders exhibit. What's in a nickname? Plenty, if you know the history behind the Northwest Florida State College school mascot, the Raiders. Okaloosa Walton Junior College students selected the Raiders mascot name back in the college's first year of operation, after our charter athletics director and faculty member Lanny Heath suggested the Raiders name. The mission of the original World War II heroes, the Doolittle Raiders, is well known to most of us here today, but we want to preserve the story of their daring raid to make sure today's students and future generations of students can be inspired by these true American heroes. It all began in a secrecy-shrouded mission on an isolated airfield known as Eglin Field, and would culminate when a band of 80 airmen risked everything as they soared off the deck of the USS Hornet and bombed Japan for the first time in World War II, a bold and courageous reply to the attack at Pearl Harbor. The mission was significant for many reasons, and it required teamwork, innovation, determination, all qualities that we hope our students who come through this campus will learn and appreciate. We also know the impact that it can have on our student athletes, and we specifically designed this exhibit to be an inspiration to them as well. To heighten knowledge of the legacy behind the college's Raiders mascot name, a committee of college and community members worked for more than a year to plan the museum-quality Doolittle Raiders exhibit we dedicate today. A permanent part of our college and of this arena, the story of the Doolittle Raiders will now be told to current and future generations. Well, I thank the dedicated work of the committee who went above and beyond the call to plan, write, rewrite, review, gather material for this marvelous exhibit. Their names and those of others key to the project are listed in your program. The exhibit also took many community partners who donated funds, expertise, artwork, time, talent, and memorabilia to ensure the successful completion of this project. Please make sure you review all the names in your program, as this exhibit wouldn't have been achieved without each and every one of them. I would especially like to thank our lead pilot corporate sponsor, Dale E. Peterson Vacations Realty. We also thank our co-pilot sponsor, Spiegel Construction, and navigator-level sponsors, Dottie Blacker, the Eglin Air Force Association, and the Eglin AFA Education Foundation, and all of our wonderful Bombardier, Gunner, and Friends of the Raiders donors. I also want to recognize those who donated memorabilia and artwork, especially the Reverend Mark Fitzhugh and his brothers, John and Michael Fitzhugh. The Fitzhugh family donated personal items from their father, William Fitzhugh, who was co-pilot on crew number 2, including items that were with him in his survival gear on the mission. Northwest Florida State College is honored to use the name Raiders and to pay tribute to these heroes who have shaped our future today. I now invite Lieutenant Colonel Dick Cole, Lieutenant Colonel Edward Saylor, and Staff Sergeant David Thatcher, along with our trustees and former trustees, planning committee representatives, and display author Dr. Frank Goldstein, and the lead donors to join me to cut this ceremonial ribbon and to officially open this exhibit. Please join me at the ribbon, gentlemen. In addition to a piece of cheap ribbon, we have a small token of our thanks for the Doolittle Raiders to present to them, a framed panel from the exhibit for each of them. I now invite Lieutenant Colonel Dick Cole to say a few words on behalf of his fellow Raiders and to present the Doolittle Raider Foundation scholarships. Lieutenant Cole?
Good morning. The Raiders are happy to know that the most important part of whatever legacy we leave is what we are doing today. Today it's our honor and pleasure to present to 5 deserving young people a $2,500 scholarship for their accomplishments. And I'd like to call them to the stage. Jenna Berman. Thank you. Patrick Devlin. Austin Nielsen. Christopher Bilodeau. And Grayton Savickas. Get these in order here. Jenna, thank you very much for your counsel. Would you give a nice hand to these young people? Thank you very much.
The spirit of giving is alive and well with the Doolittle Raiders. Thank you each for attending today. I invite you to view the Doolittle Raiders exhibit today or any weekday from 8 to 4. The exhibit will be open on a permanent basis every weekday and also in the evenings prior to events in the arena. Please remember you can't all fit in the lobby at once, so take advantage of some of the other displays that we have here. And I would especially like to point out the goblets The silver goblets that are available are on display in the track level. And if you go to the Raider Room, you're going to see an impressive presentation of artwork related to the Doolittle Raiders and the planes they flew. Again, thank you again, and please be sure to join us for our next 50th event in June, a history display at the Heritage Museum in Valparaiso, and in October for our 50th gala at the Mattie Kelly Arts Center. Thank you so much for attending today. Have a good day.
Oh, yeah. At the hangar on base. About an hour.